All right. I'm gonna go on and get started here. I'm gonna recap a very forgettable week 15. So with my picks overall, on my picks, I was 7-9, but even more disappointing than the Dallas Cowboys lost. They laid a big fat goose egg on the road, 23-0 against the Indianapolis Colts. And you know what? The most and by the way, that loss right there, the way they played, that loss right there, it got me worried. Got a lot of fans worried. Got a lot of fans scared, worried. But anyway, and it's not that they lost on the road. It was going to be a tough game anyway. But it's how they lost. Like I said, I mean, you got Seattle. Everybody saying Seattle is the team that no one want to face in the playoffs, and they went to San Francisco on the road and lost this weekend. Nobody didn't see that coming. So, like I said, it's not that they lost; it's how they played, and it could be summed up when the cameras went inside the Indianapolis Colts dressing room. That just summed it all up. Indianapolis coach Frank Wright, he said we dominated their asses. And all the players started yelling and screaming, and they was in there dancing, having fun. That sums it all up. They dominated the Dallas Cowboys. Even in losses, all the losses I seen this season, I never seen the defensive line, the defense get thrown around like that. Just dominated. Um, the excellent the excellent linebacker play that we was used to. I mean, it looked at average. I mean, they just dominate. I mean, it's possible that the coordinator that left there is it's possible that he just put the perfect game plan in place and gave enough information to the offense, and then for his defensive line to dominate our offensive line like that, and for their offensive line to dominate our defensive line like that, he could have been a factor. We don't know, but they was just out physical every step of the way. They just beat them up, beat them down. Period. Point blank. But I mean, but I have to say, they scored 23 points. The Colts did. So even how they dominated our defense, you had 9 teams in the NFL this weekend scored 24 points or more. So I mean, 23 points in today's NFL with all the rules favoring the offense, all the rules favoring the quarterback, you got to be able. You can outscore a team if their final total is 23 points. You know the defensive line got dominated and out physical. You know they were still in the game if the offense could do something. I mean, so going forward, as always, I got way more confidence in the offense and the defense that they're gonna see what's happening, see what's happening, and they're gonna come out fired up and ready to go. I got all the confidence in the world with the defense. I mean, how the offensive line was able to basically steamroll area of the line, made the defensive ends ineffective, and then able to get to the linebacker level. I never seen nothing like that before in a long time. How the offensive line was on the constantly, constantly on the linebackers. It was amazing. It was an amazing strategy what they did. But anyway, I'm more confident about the defense. They're going to clean it up and be ready Sunday. Offense, even in this 5 game winning streak, the offense has been inconsistent. I mean, in the Philadelphia Eagle game, we had a 400-yard passer, 200-yard receiver, 100-yard running back. You would think with all them stats, everything was all rosy, but it still was hard. It still was a struggle. You still had 3 turnovers, a fumble, and 2 interceptions. So throughout the whole 5 game winning streak, it's been it hasn't been pretty. It hasn't been clean. And you just sitting there hoping, waiting, and just thinking. I mean, even in a loss, you mean you can execute and look good, but just get outscored, and you just waiting, thinking that these is the last 3 weeks and 2 weeks that they're gonna finally have a clean game offensively and put it together. And I mean, at this point of the season, it don't seem like it's gonna happen. It just don't seem like the offense going can it is capable of putting together that clean performance. I mean, they haven't in our 5 game winning streak, they no clean performances. Just they won, and at the end of the day, when the clock reached zero in the fourth quarter, that's all you want is a win. But they haven't been playing clean all season. So with 2 weeks left, I mean, it's just not a lot of confidence that it's gonna happen. So where did I leave you? Okay, you get one more victory, and by the way, no one expected the Eagles to do what they did Sunday night in LA to the Rams. Nobody expected that. So after the Cowboys got dominated, I clicked over to the Redskin. I clicked over to the Redskin while I was following the Redskin game, and I was happy. I was happy the Redskin won. And let me tell you why. You do not get dominated the way they got dominated and shut out and back in and win no division off of that type of performance. So thinking that Philly was gonna get tore up Sunday night, I was just so happy that Redskin won. You don't deserve the division. Not that way. No. But coming to find out eventually both teams won. And if you shoot out 2 more performances like that, you will lose. You will lose this division. If that's the best you got, Dallas Cowboys, you will lose this division. I guarantee you. I don't want to sound like Jim Moore, but playoffs, with that performance, you might not win another freaking game because the way the Eagles look, they can win out. They can win out. They got Houston at home, and then I think they got Redskin on the road. So both of them teams, well, one of them teams can win out. So, but get back to my point. I was happy that the Dallas Cowboys did not secure the NFC. Biggest fan as I am, long as I've been a fan, I'm happy that they did not win that NFC East on Sunday after playing the way they played. So, yeah, but back to this offense, man, I don't know where to start. And we know we're gonna leave this one off of Garrett. We're gonna leave this one off of Garrett. None of them fourth downs that he went for, and he was one for five. None of them fourth downs wasn't risky. All of them was in a good part of the field. He didn't go for none on, you know, the Cowboys end of the field. All of them was at a good location. So nobody don't have no problem with that. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. This quarterback. I mean, after the game, don't they say, "Oh, we got to see what happened. We got to watch the film. We're gonna clean it up and all this and all that." Do he watch the film and see that he's a statue? He's like anchored in one spot in that pocket. I mean, this guy don't even take off and scramble. I don't think he had no scrambles this weekend. We don't want we don't want him to be Lamar Jackson or Cam Newton, but we want him to get out of the way when there's a rush. Buy time in the pocket. Move around in the pocket. How you gonna carry your team? This is not a play on words. How you gonna carry your team and you can't even carry the ball? You don't want to run the ball. This quarterback is not doing whatever it takes for this team to win. And that falls on him and that coordinator. I mean, I don't want to say no negative words. He is not that stupid to stand in that pocket like that. He's being told to do so. He's not that dumb to stand in that pocket in the same spot. Don't move left, don't move right. It's incredible. He just stand there. Every quarterback in the NFL, they not trying to be known as a running quarterback. They trying to be known. You seen Luck. That man, he don't run as nearly his offensive line play has gotten better since he was out the whole season. That franchise then realized that, man, we got to protect this man. His offensive line is much better. But you see, he still picked and choose when he took off and ran safely and got down. He used to run all the time. But he's not going to stand here, go through one read, two read, three reads, four reads, nothing there, and just still sitting there holding that ball, getting sacked. On the first sack of the game, That offensive line held up good. I think somebody broke through from the Cowboys right side of the line, and it was matter of fact the picture. I don't know if it's still there, but it was on DallasCowboys.com. The is the line was holding up. Even the right side of the line was holding up, but somebody finally broke through, and he got sacked in the other side from the center onto the left side. They look back and look on the ground, and their expression was like, "Damn, all this protection we giving you, how you on the ground?" I mean, it was incredible. It was incredible. They with him performing like that, inconsistent like that, they're not gonna go to where they think they're gonna go. I'm sorry, I had to say that. They're not gonna go where they want to go. It's all on his shoulders, and he's not getting it done. Okay, you can't start off cold, play average, poorly to average for 3 quarters, then light it up in fourth quarter every game like you did on the Eagles. That's not gonna work. I mean, sometimes they need to get out in front and jump on people and smash them. But with the play from that position, that probably happened one time this season against Jacksonville. That's the only game they ever really dominated the whole season. And you're getting closer to the end of the season, pushing for the playoffs. You're supposed to be more consistent. But your best performance was way back in week 5 or 6 or whenever it was they played Jacksonville. He's just not getting the job done. And I'm gonna take it a step further because I'm really pissed. I see Russell Wilson on my TV. I see Aaron Rodgers on my TV. I see Drew Brees on my TV. But you know what? You know what I mean on my TV, on these commercials. I see them on my TV. But you know what? They got Super Bowls. They got playoff success. They won playoff games. Why I see Dak on my damn TV all the time? Why is he on the TV, on my TV all the time? Those three quarterbacks, Russell Wilson and them other Rodgers and Brees, they done accomplished something. They on my TV. All you had was a outstanding rookie season. And outside of that, you just been an average quarterback. So why are you on my TV? Learn how to play your position and get off my TV. And then I talked about this 2 weeks ago, and if you don't remember, I'm gonna bring it back now. When um, Alex Smith got hurt, Redskins, Colt, Colt McCoy was the starting quarterback. Redskins, and then they signed the backup. They signed Mark Sanchez to be the backup quarterback for the Redskins. I thought he was on a team, probably like the backup quarterback on another team. I really don't follow him. All right, I really don't follow him. So, and then I got me thinking. Back in 2006, no, I'm sorry, 2016, who was the Dallas Cowboys backup quarterback? Mark Sanchez. Okay, that rookie season, Mark Sanchez was the backup quarterback. It seemed that to me that him and Sanchez and Prescott, they had chemistry. They had chemistry. He would sit on that bench and talk to him, and they would go with things together, and they was talking and talking and had chemistry. Romo wasn't talking to him. Kellen Moore wasn't talking to him. That's the year he broke his foot. He's projected to be the starter. He broke his foot. They wasn't talking to him, the rookie quarterback. It was Sanchez that had the chemistry with him. Then you come into 2017, Kellen Moore couldn't even make it as the backup quarterback. He got beat out by Rush, Cooper Rush, an undrafted free agent. So you see it in your buddy, good old boy system to make him your quarterback's coach. This is a young quarterback that's struggling. It's things that he's not doing right, even if he's being coached down by the coordinator and or the head coach. He's being coached down, but he's still struggling with stuff that he should have down pat. I watch these games and these highlights. Mitchell Trubisky, a younger quarterback than him, came in the league. Baker Mayfield. These guys is running around in that pocket. They're not standing in one spot like an anchor, like they got an anchor around their ankle. They're not staying. He's not allowed. He's not permitted to move around in the pocket. Where's them orders coming from? But let me get back to this thing. So the second screen beat beat out the man now. That's the quarterback coach. So what he's going to do? How he's going to help that? That if you see potential in him, okay, he can be a on the staff as an assistant, but a quarterback coach, y'all should have realized, like I realized, that chemistry that he had in 16 with Sanchez and gave that man a job. He had success in the NFL. Okay, what Kellen Moore done in the NFL? This man had took his Jets teams to back-to-back AFC championship games. He had success in the league. But more importantly, when he was there as the backup, they had chemistry. This man don't need to be sitting on the sideline when the offense not on the field, just looking crazy. He needs somebody talking to him, somebody credible, not somebody that he and his backup beat for the quarterback position. Somebody credible. This is crazy. This is crazy. But this game, this beatdown, like I said, it wasn't all about the quarterbacking. You know, you got 5 men on that offensive line. And the running wasn't that bad. Zeke averaged like 4.8 yards a carry. What it was, 18 for 87 yards. The line wasn't bad, even though there was injuries. The line wasn't bad. The running game wasn't bad. It's no excuses. This time of year is no excuses. You want to still want to sit there and cry, say, well, Zach Martin wasn't here. Field got hurt. You still want to make excuses? Just forfeit your last two games and don't win our division. Don't go to the playoffs if you're gonna make excuses. That 2008 Green Bay Packers team was was the most injured team in NFL history. They even lost a starting cornerback, Woodson, in the first half of that Super Bowl against the Steelers. That team had like somewhere between 50 and 20 players throughout that whole season to go on IR. They still won the Super Bowl. Eagles was pretty injured last year. Right tackle, middle linebacker, quarterback, and they had other injuries last year. They won the Super Bowl. And there's been other examples. Stop making excuses. There's no excuses. A lineman is hurt, an offensive lineman hurt here and there. Stop making excuses. That's when coaching come in. And we don't seem to have much aside. Like I said, the defense, they got thrown around, but the offense ought to be able to score 24 more points, 24 or more points if the defense can hold them to 20, 23 points. You got to have some games like that. So, tight ends. I want to say something about tight end. I think Jeff Swain is the best tight end, but the tight ends are performing. This second week in a row, but the tight ends are playing well. The tight ends are playing well. Offensive line, even though they injured, they play well enough. It's that man that's taking them snaps from that center. That's the reason why you're gonna rise or fall. That's it right there. So some personnel moves real quick, and I'll come back on Friday at about 10 to pick week 16. But real quick, what we doing? Beasley is dependable hands and possession player on them punt returns. But that's it. I was looking. Hopefully, Austin can come back. Hopefully, Austin can come back. We need some help in the return game to flip this field around. I think, and then you can probably get him on the field about 5 or 10 plays along with Cooper, and that should open things up even more. I mean, so punt returner, if the kickoff don't go that deep in the end zone, bring it out, okay, and then give this man 5 or 10 plays, a real legitimate chance to get that jet sweep. That'll back them off and open things up more. So hopefully Austin can come back. Irvin, what's going on with Irvin? Even though our line got thrown around, I like our line. Right now, he don't fit. I mean, it's like nobody's not even talking about him. It's like he's injured, but he's not even around. Why has he's been gone for 6 to 8 weeks? What kind of ankle sprain did he have? Was it a high ankle sprain? It's just like he ain't limited practice. It's like did not practice. He's not even around. He's not even seen. So you all got to realize, they have to realize, is he down for the cause? Now, if you think he's down, you got to know this man and know his attitude. Maybe he's upset about the off season. Maybe he all upset he didn't get paid. Maybe he don't have no intentions on playing. Maybe it's not the same, but maybe he's like in that he didn't get the contract he wanted on the off season. He didn't get offered. Maybe he don't want to play. Have they ever thought about that? That he don't want to play? And I say that to say this. This is the stretch run right here. Is here. This is it. This is the stretch run. If he's not down, if he's not gonna give you nothing, let him go. If you got something on your practice squad to bring up that can help for this run, good. If there's anybody out there that you want to sign that's a free agent, do it. I would say you need at least one more player that can be available to add into that off defensive line rotation, and one more player that um, you can add into that offensive line rotation. So, I mean, how much time you gonna spend on this guy? I mean, that's crazy. So here it is. This is the stretch run. This is the fourth quarter of the season. You halfway through the fourth quarter. You 1-1. Now, what did I say? You need to win these quarters. At the worst, you cannot be no less than 500. So that second quarter of the season, you really lost. They were 1-3, but you made for it. You made up for it in the third quarter because you went 4-0. So now it's the fourth quarter. You can't lose this fourth quarter. You 1-1. You go 1-3 if you want to again. That'll be 8-8, and you done. You out of the playoffs, no division. You go 500, take care of business this week, then you'll be 9-7, and you got the division. And to really make a statement, win your last two and be 10-6. So this is the stretch run. This is the stretch run. They got to do better. Got to be better. We've been waiting all season long for that signature game. Don't seem like it's coming. Don't seem like it's coming. But we fans, we're gonna continue to have faith. We're gonna continue to have faith, and we'll see. Like I said, I'm happy. I'm happy that we didn't back in to no division title with that pathetic performance on Sunday. So anyway, I'll be back Friday to pick on week 16. Thank you for your time. See you all later.